I really believe when we as humans have a revelation of the truth that we are loved and we are valued and we are purposed, that it's a game changer. I was raised in a really violent neighborhood in a really chaotic home. I was sexually abused by multiple people throughout my life, starting at the age of 5 and then raped as a teen. One of my abusers was my mother's boyfriend. She left us for 3 months with $20 in a book of food stamps. After that was gone, I started stealing to support my brother and I. I became involved with an older boy in the neighborhood. The relationship became physically and emotionally abusive, and I stayed. Ultimately, it led me to working in the sex industry at the age of 19 as a stripper, and my boyfriend essentially became my pimp. My life was just in a crazy downward spiral. The big catalyst for change for me started with a friendship. It started with a woman who just reached out to me and loved me unconditionally, and she was someone who valued herself. I just saw an example in her of the kind of woman that I wanted to be. I began to believe that the pain that I had been through wasn't just about me and that it could be used to help other people. And I found myself sitting across from the strip club where I used to work after I had left that life behind and left the boyfriend and all of that. And I knew I wanted to do something to reach the women. At this point, I'd been out of the industry 5 years, honestly was sort of new in my own recovery journey. And I happened to have a stack of postcards in my car. And on the front of the postcard, it said, "Her value is far above rubies and pearls." And I thought, that's exactly the message that I want to share with the women. And so I started writing handwritten notes on the cards and decided to put them on the cars because I knew where the women parked because I used to park there. And that was the moment that Treasures was birthed. And I had no idea where it would end up. Our outreach is about letting women know they're loved and letting them know that we're available if they need it. We do outreach in strip clubs, to women in porn, women in escorting, women in street prostitution, girls in juvenile detention centers, many of whom have been exploited and sex trafficked. 70% of female trafficking victims are trafficked into the commercial sex industry. That means they're working in porn, they're working in strip clubs, they're working for escort agencies, massage parlors. You can't walk into a strip club and assume that every person there is there by choice. You can't watch porn and assume that every woman there is there by choice. And even those that would say they're there by choice, often the circumstances that brought them to make that choice have had, been really connected to their histories of trauma, their histories of being a victim, lack of opportunity, lack of employment. It takes whatever it takes, and I believe that I'm worth fighting for, and I believe that you're worth fighting for. And I believe that recovery and healing and wholeness is worth fighting for.